everyone, today this brand new comedy movie just dropped on Netflix called Little Brother, and this movie is starring John Cena, Mark Andre, and this movie, it is kind of like a R-rated comedy movie. It is dropped today on Netflix, and after watching this movie, what do I think about it? So this movie centers around like John Cena. He has this big brother who is very successful, played by Christopher Maloney, and we see like when he was like in high school, he mentored this boy named Marcus in this movie, played by Andre as his big brother, right? Like after that mentoring him, like which was as a volunteering job, John Cena's character, like he never like have seen him ever again. But this movie starts where we see that Marcus' character is actually doing this email back and forth between him, and like he has this Marcus, he sees like a John Cena as his big brother that he never had. Like he sees him as a real brother. So out of nowhere, he shows up to John Cena's life, and we see John Cena, who is very successful real estate agent, and is kind of auditioning to be in this reality show. Obviously, a person like Marcus, who is very like kind of like really lonely, but almost clinically like psychosis patient, comes to his house, and obviously it puts John Cena's this beautiful life in jeopardy. So this kind of story, I feel like we have seen it before, like really this kind of story, this movie really follows all the bit by bit story here, honestly. Like especially Eric Andre, his character is so stupid and so like really crosses boundaries so many times. And John Cena's wife is like Michelle Monaghan, she plays his wife, and he, like when Marcus shows up to her home, the way she acts in this movie, like this is a stranger you are talking out of nowhere. You just take him into your house. It really didn't make any sense. And John Cena's character, I feel like he is actually still is very likable in this movie. I did like him. That is the reason, I guess, end of the day, how outrageous the storyline overall is. All the comedy bit, I have seen it before. Still, I feel like I did end up enjoying this movie because of John Cena. He is very likable actor on a screen, and whenever you put him in this kind of awkward situation, he did really good here. And the character he was portraying, he did good. This guy, he can bring really lot of warmth to any character he plays. So Eric Andre's character, he's really is over the top, this guy he's playing, which is he's supposed to be. How every movie has this kind of dumb brother, like he plays this character kind of like that. So I feel like, yeah, he did good job here also, although I did not always like him because of his over, like I feel like overstepping behavior here, right? Like which is really unbelievable in real life. Also, I like Christopher Meloni, who plays the big brother here. I feel like all these actors did really good job, except for Michelle Monaghan. Her character was really, man, are you kidding me? How you invite him, this stranger? Doesn't make any sense. And like Michelle Monaghan, she always plays this kind of housewife, like where she does all this. Like, honey, we have to take him in. Like, why? He's a stranger. So yeah, beside her, I feel like this movie really has overall very good message about people's relationship, especially brother relationship and loneliness people feel, especially Eric Andre's character. End of the day, he really is very lonely guy. Like he was bouncing from foster home to foster home, and like for the first time in his life, he found a light in his life through John Cena's character. And of course, when he like wasn't around him, he felt this void. And this movie really brings a good message about him, but not in a good way. This movie really, man, I feel like this movie tried to be a studio movie. That's why it's like I didn't even know it was Netflix original movie. Like what? I really was thinking this is a studio made movie, which Netflix is also studio. I'm not saying they're not. I'm just saying like this is felt like I'm watching like Universe Studio made this movie, like this kind of, like this movie really tried to follow studio formula, which isn't a good, right? Like Let me say, I feel like this movie is an okay movie overall. I think a lot of people will like this because it overall, it's not bad, honestly. It just has some weird, like, jokes, like, this kind of weird joke, like pee joke, fart joke, on this kind of stupid joke that Hollywood does in any comedy movie. I feel like that was, this movie was doing. I guess overall, really, I liked this movie is John Cena. He's really likable, man. He's really nice in real life. I heard, like, in this movie you see it, like, his niceness come through this movie. Like, he really saves it. That is why I feel a lot of people will like him in this, and I did, and that was my thought on this. Let me know in the comment, what do you think about this movie? If you enjoyed this review, don't forget to reviews on other movies. If you enjoyed this, please subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Please take care.